Hey guys, so welcome back to another product spotlight this week, and it's going to be a little bit different this week. We're actually going to be looking at a category in general, and that will be proteins. So I think it's become more pressingly needed for me to do a video on this, purely because we are getting more proteins on the site. We're getting various different forms, and it could be quite unclear if you're new to the site or if you're new to supplementation in general, which form of protein you should be using to elicit a certain effect on your body. For example, we can use these different forms of proteins to get to a certain goal. First of all, it's important that I tell you guys the certain types of proteins on the site. So we have, and I'll label them in sort of like digestion order down the left here. So right at the bottom there you have Micellar Casein. This, like I said, it's a slower form of digesting protein. It's going to sort of drip feed your body that protein throughout the day or night, wherever you choose to take it. So it's all about topping up your amino acid pool. That's going to do that throughout the night to ensure you're anabolic while you're sleeping to a certain extent. Again, depending on your lifestyle, it's up to you. But then you have Whey Concentrate above that. So that's typically what most people use. It's relatively cheap. It's really easy to flavor for companies as well, so they can make it taste really good, and it's very high quality, obviously depending on who you get it from and the form that it's processed in, as goes for all of these. And then moving up, you have an even faster absorbing form of protein, which is Whey Isolate. So this is sort of like the higher quality form. It's the more micro-filtered, basically, is the process that they use when they separate the whey from the cheese, because it's basically a derivative of cheese, whey. So micro-filter is the process that they use to separate those two. The degree to which it's micro-filtered is the degree of the digestion. The more micro-filtered it is, the quicker the digestion. So that's what you got to go off. So another thing that I should say as a side note, cross-flow, cold processed, micro-filtered is all the phrases that you need to be looking for in a really high quality protein. And if they've put it on the back of the label, they have to stick to those claims. They have to stick to that manufacturing process. So you can trust that it's in the tub. So that basically tells you it's the highest form of protein that you can possibly get. Even above Whey Isolate, going back to the forms of protein over here, you have Whey Hydrolysate at the top there. Now we actually don't have a Whey Hydrolysate on the site as of yet, but we are changing that with First Form. As you guys know, we announced that earlier last week we are going to be their UK exclusive distributor, and we will be bringing over all their SKUs, including Formula 1, which is like their Whey Hydrolysate. And let me tell you guys, I've been taking that for a while now. It is incredible. If you're someone that wants like a watermelon protein powder or like a fruity protein powder that obviously doesn't have that dairy taste, the Hydrolysate is the way to go. Like, honestly guys, it's the purest form of protein I've ever come across. And Formula 1 is just that. It's 100% hydrolyzed whey. So that pretty much goes into your system straight away. And there's various different times that you need to use this, but that's something you can look forward to, guys. Going back to the forms of proteins down the left here. So at the bottom there, Micellar Casein. On the site, what is that? That is Core Nutritionals Pro. That's actually a bit of a mix, actually. You have Whey Concentrate in the middle here, as well as the casein, and you also have some isolate as well. So that's a really good form of protein to look at. That way you've got sort of like slow digesting protein to drip feed your body, medium to get in your system relatively quickly, and incredibly fast to get in your body straight away upon consumption. So you're really making sure that you're keeping up with the anabolism, spike in protein synthesis, all that good stuff to increase recovery. because that's why you take a protein powder, guys, to increase recovery. You're not getting enough protein in your diet throughout the day, so you have to supplement that into your diet. That protein I would actually suggest you take before bed or first thing in the morning. Again, like I said earlier in the video, depending on your lifestyle, that's very important. I want to make sure you're looking at what your day-to-day routine is, when you have your meals, when this protein will probably be best for you. The longest period of time where you're not going to be eating, that's where you've got to have some casein, I would suggest. Comes in four flavors right now. We're adding in a fifth, which is that delicious peanut butter banana bread pudding, which will be coming to the site very soon, so look out for that. And then you also have a digestive enzyme blend in there as well, so you're going to increase absorption. You're going to be able to digest that very well. It's going to sit on your stomach pretty good. If you're lactose intolerant, I probably wouldn't go for this protein. Casein is notoriously bad for people with lactose intolerant, so I would not go for this particular protein if that is your situation. Moving on, we have Whey Concentrate. Now, this is the majority of what is on the site. MTS machine whey. I think that's the most popular right now. That stuff is phenomenal. GAF Whey by Pump Chasers. And then we also have Patriots Whey, currently out of stock, but again, will be coming back very, very soon. So you've got 3 concentrates on the site, all extremely high quality. And the one thing that you've got to think about concentrate is you're having it for the taste, essentially. The macros aren't going to be as good as an isolate or a hydrolysate. So you're typically going to be taking it in your off season or in a phase where you probably maybe have slightly higher calories, or you could be a person who really likes your sweet foods. You want something sweet post-workout and you're willing to sacrifice your other sweet foods throughout the day, so you have it as a treat post-workout to increase your recovery. That's why I say you really got to look at your lifestyle and your particular needs and your supplementation program right now, and apply that to your nutrition, training, all that good stuff. And that's how you're going to get the best results from this, guys. Moving on, Whey Isolate, just above Whey Concentrate there. We have Core Nutritionals ISO, and we also have Primeval Labs Isolate. Now, these are 2 different products in my opinion, within the isolate category. So they're obviously both Whey Isolate technology. They're both extremely high quality. They're both going to absorb really well into your system. But the main difference is calories. So if you are someone that wants that fast digesting Whey Isolate technology for post-workout, that's something that's important to you, but you're not too fussed about calories, Isolate is for you. And let me tell you, that is a phenomenal tasting Whey Isolate. I have yet to try something that is as nice as that right there. But if you're on the other foot, if you're more focused on a calorie deficit, if you want to restrict your calories as much as possible, and we're really talking marginal here, guys, we're talking like 20 calories per scoop is the difference, or something like that between the 2. So in a shake you may be looking at 50 or 40 calories difference. So if you're more focused on calories, I would go for ISO from Core Nutritionals. Very clean, extremely high quality, and is very nice tasting for how lean it is. So that's something that I would suggest. Both, of course, mix very well and extremely high quality, as I mentioned. I think ISO, we currently have vanilla cake, peanut butter toffee, chocolate decadence, and also salted caramel. We will be getting chocolate peppermint bark back in stock because that is like their winter special. So look forward to that. That is on the shipment that I previously talked about. That's in customs right now. And then following from that isolate, so we have the caramel latte, we have the cocoa mint chip, we have the chocolate milkshake, we have the orange creamsicle, which is surprising. That actually really does taste very nice. It's exactly what the picture, you'd imagine the picture tastes like, is what it tastes like in a shake. literally like one of those ice lollies you have when you're a kid. So absolutely delicious, really nice. Finally, hydrolysate. So this is like the fastest digesting protein, and like I said, we do not have it on the site as of yet, but it's something to look forward to. That will be first form Formula 1. You want to be using that post workout, I would say, to maximize the benefits of it. That's really the only window that I would be using it. It's not really warranted in any other situation, unless, like I said, you have problems with digesting protein. But post workout, it's unbelievable. Very, very good. It's going to get you recovering like that from the get-go as soon as you finish your workout and you've got it in your system. But honestly, guys, it's almost like water. Even when you use a small amount of liquid with this to make it, thicken it up a bit, it's so pure. It just digests, it mixes so easily, and it digests straight in your system, no issues. If you're lactose intolerant right now, and you don't have that available to you, I'd recommend Isolate, because that also has a digestive enzyme blend in there from Primary Labs. But if you are waiting for the Formula 1, that will be perfect for you. Honestly, I can't imagine anyone having any issues digesting that. Next, you're going to say, how can we ensure quality, James? Now, you can look at the back of the panel and you can look at the amino acid profile if they've been kind enough to put an amino acid profile on there. For the most part, trust. You've got to know a lot about your brands, guys. You've got to know a lot about the people behind the brands. And if you don't want to know, and you're potentially taking the lazy option, that's when you're going to possibly go down the cheaper alternative and make an error with that, and get a lesser quality form of protein. You're obviously not going to get any of that on the site because we've handpicked these proteins, we've made sure that they're right for you, and then made sure the highest quality in their particular fields. So you're not going to get any amino acid spiking on our site. But I'm just saying, if you're going to go elsewhere, just be wary. You've got to trust the brand. So I hope that has been a valuable rundown of all the proteins on the site, guys. We're going to be adding more and more as we go. Thank you for tuning in as always, guys. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them below or email us or message us via any of our social media platforms. We'll be happy to get back to you. But that's going to be it for me today. I'll see you on the next one.